This is the new Audi A3 Saloon, and in this video we're going to tell you everything you need to know about it. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, and for a great deal on your next new car, head to whatcar.com. So this is the saloon version of the new A3 Sportback. It takes that car, gives it a swoopy roofline, and becomes the A3 Saloon. It's the second time we've had an A3 Saloon, and this new model is very similar in design to its predecessor, but it's intended to have a more coupe-like appearance. It's longer, wider and taller than before, creating an extra 2 centimeters of headroom in the front and more elbow room, while boot space remains unchanged at 425 litres. It sits on the same updated MQB platform as the new Volkswagen Golf, and that platform is claimed to be lighter but also more rigid than the one it replaces. The aerodynamics are also said to be better than the outgoing models, thanks to a higher rear end and large diffuser. It receives digital daytime running lights made up of 15 LEDs for the first time, and certain trim derivatives have an individual light signature to set them apart. It's up against other new, smaller saloons like the Mercedes CLA and also the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. But which of the three is the best looking? Vote in our poll to let us know. While the outside might not seem so different, the most dramatic change is inside the A3 Saloon's interior. As first seen in the Sportback, Audi has decreased the number of physical controls and ditched its familiar rotary dial on the centre console. And for those models with an automatic gearbox, there is a new small shifter sitting in a black gloss surround. Also in the minimalist centre console is a round sensory volume controller that reacts to circular finger movements. And as we've already sampled this in the A3 Sportback, why couldn't they have just used a simple dial? And you can click on the link at the top of the screen to watch our full review of the A3 Sportback. In the A3 Saloon, there is a 10.25-inch digital instrument display and a 10.1-inch infotainment touchscreen, which is angled slightly towards the driver. But don't worry, there's still physical buttons that you can prod. It's not all hidden within the touchscreen. Speaking of which, that infotainment system uses the 3rd generation MMI Navigation Plus. Audi says it promises computer power 10 times better than that of its predecessor, whatever that means. Features include up to 6 user profiles, a Wi-Fi hotspot, online traffic information, and improved natural voice control. But perhaps most important of all, you also get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and Amazon's Alexa voice assistant will become available soon after launch. And as we've already seen in the A3 Sportback, the previous A3 Saloon's rotary dial infotainment system was much easier to use on the move. So this new interior might look more flash, but it isn't necessarily a step forward. We're still looking forward to trying it out though. Under the skin, the new A3 Saloon adopts the same engine lineup as the recently revealed A3 Sportback, which includes some mild hybrid powertrains. The standout is a 148 brake horsepower 1.5 litre petrol unit with said 48 volt mild hybrid technology. First announced in the A3 Sportback, it's badged as the 35 TFSI, and that mild hybrid tech is available only when paired with Audi's S-Tronic 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. Audi says it can recover 16 brake horsepower during deceleration, supports the engine with up to 37 pounds-foot of torque when driving off, and can coast with its engine off for up to 40 seconds. The claimed fuel economy and CO2 emissions are virtually identical to that of the 6-speed manual 35 TFSI without the mild hybrid tech though. The other engine available at launch is the 2-litre 35 TDI diesel, delivering 148 brake horsepower and paired with a 7-speed S-Tronic. Later, a 148 brake horsepower 2-litre 30 TDI diesel will arrive, alongside a 108 brake horsepower 1-litre 30 TFSI 3-cylinder petrol. The 30 TFSI will be available with that 48 volt mild hybrid technology if spec'd with the automatic gearbox. 2 plug-in hybrid variants will also go on sale further down the line. Audi claims the new Saloon has been tuned to be sporty and a touch more precise than the first generation model. Alongside the standard suspension setup, there is a sport suspension option and a suspension with adaptive dampers. But we won't be getting that adaptive setup in the UK. Although the Saloon accounts for only a fifth of overall A3 sales in the UK, the body style is popular in other markets like China, as proven by the recent flurry of new introductions in the segment, including the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe and the Mercedes-Benz A-Class Saloon. First UK deliveries are expected in July and 2 trim levels will be offered, Sport and S-Line. Pricing will start at £26,870 for the 35 TFSI Sport with a manual gearbox, topping out at £32,220 for the 35 TDI in S-Line with an automatic gearbox. This carries a premium of only a few £100s over the A3 Sportback, but does make it a tad more expensive than an equivalent A-Class Saloon. If you've enjoyed this video, then give it a like. Any thoughts or comments about the car, then comment below, and make sure you're subscribed because we have new car reveals and reviews going live every week.